Hello and welcome to Learning Crypto, and welcome to a new video where we're going to take a look at the general crypto market, see what's going on. Currently, absolute bloodbath again, leading into the weekend, which is not potentially the best scenario, but we'll have a look at some key levels that we could hit. And then we're going to take a look at Matic. We do know that we had a major bounce back from that drop last week. We did rally around 250%, but obviously the market is getting a pullback, and I think now is a good idea to have a look at some key areas that we could target for some potential buying opportunities, or even some selling opportunities once it does spin around. If you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and let's dive straight into BTC. Just looking at, first of all, Elon Musk posted his tweet earlier on, Bitcoin broken heart, and then some shitty meme, which is, a lot of people are saying it's brought the market down, but I mean, that also linked in with the general move and the general cycle of the crypto market. I mean, we can't just continue to go up. I mean, if you look at this move here, we rose up, we tested 40k, we rejected. We've come up this time, hit just over 39k, was heading towards 40k, but we have rejected again. So, I mean, I think Elon, what he has done is just actually added a little bit of fuel to the fire. I think we was going to get a pullback at some stage. Maybe he just brought a little bit more, like say, a little bit more fear into that as well, and we are starting to retrace. I think if we're looking for some potential entries, then we've got this region here at 35,728. But, like I say, going into the weekend, we know that the weekends can be quite volatile, and volatile to the downside is what's been happening quite recently. So, I mean, there's always that possibility that we could come down and test this 33,400 region. As you can see, we've wicked off it here. We've also traded with this region, closed a few candles, but then popped back to the upside. Again, we retraced this 33k region again. So, I mean, why not pop down there again? If the market does swing down and the weekend does get a bit messy, I think Friday, Saturdays have been the worst. Sundays we had a little bit of a bounce back. So Friday now leading into Saturday could potentially see some orders filled down here. But let's just monitor price and see what goes on. I've seen a lot of people, I just did a live stream earlier on, some people mentioning that Wyckoff distribution again, saying, oh, it's going down to 20k. In reality, I don't think it's going to quite happen, that. But I mean, who knows? In the crypto market, we could all be shocked and get a wick down there. But I think 30k is a solid region of support. If you'll just look at it on my daily, I've already got this area marked up. Before we did make that major leg up to create some all-time highs, we had a period here of liquidity, building structure, building. We did build some structure and built that base there for the next leg up. So in reality, we could be now tapping into that liquidity zone. We could be, I don't know, for example, building some more structure before the next major move to the upside. And also, just while we're on the subject of Bitcoin, looking at a stock to flow model, I know it's not the best indicator, but as you can see on the two previous peaks, 2013 cycle, 2017 cycle, we did have that slight pullback here and a slight pullback here before ultimately we did push on. In terms of timings, then this is showing that anywhere from August onwards, August up to December, I reckon could be the main region for capitalism, and the main region where Bitcoin will start to push on. So now we could be range bound within this region, all the way up to 42k, down to 30k within this region. I think we could be building a little bit of structure over the next few months before we do start to push on, and then we do potentially get that rise that we're all waiting for to happen at some stage, because this is not the top. You would not see a top like this. It looks like more of a consolidation top than anything else. So I still think we've got a long way to go yet. And overall, for me, this current dip is nothing to worry about. The markets do move in cycles, and like I say, this on the latest cycle, it just could be the bottom of the cycle. Fingers crossed we don't come down to this region, but let's see, 61% retracement level could be coming into play soon. Just taking a quick look at Ethereum, not had much of a drastic pullback as Bitcoin yet over the entire move. Currently sat on that 236 level as support. I think if we did close some levels down there, we're going to go down to 2524. and then who knows, maybe 2391 if like I say, if the market does get a shakeout over this weekend. So that's the two majors covered. Let's jump into Matic and see what's going on there. We'll have a look at both the USDT pair and the BTC pairings. So I did some price analysis on my channel the other day, and I was looking at this region for potential buys. I mean, this region here at around $1.50 to $1.50 region, it's acted as some nice support in the past. If you look at this region here before that major pump to the all-time highs, acted as some nice support with a new support here, not closing any candles below it. Unfortunately, we did drop down. The entire market got absolutely parsnipped, dropped to the bottom, but we made a good move up. Look at 230% recovery, and then we went into a period of consolidation for a couple of days, but the market has brought us down to this region. If you're looking for some buys, I mean, Bart Simpson here, this could be an area to potentially place some orders, or even just buy within this region. If it does drop lower, I think there's a potential to go down here at 132. If you can see, we acted as some support there, support here, support there. So that could be another region to keep an eye on if we do lose this level down at 133. So there are two potential areas that you could use as investments. Let's just have a look at in terms of fib level where it is currently over the entire move. Yeah, we're currently set on that 50% fib, so let's see if we come down to test this region and this region around here. That's close to that 618 level, so it could also be a potential level to target. If we do spin around from here though, then the first major area to get through is this one here, then the previous highs up at 243. Long way off that yet though. I think we need to bust through $2. I think $2 might be a solid area of resistance first, before the market does allow us to push up. But I'm not going to go into any levels above that, because I think the market's a little bit unnervy at the minute. So 243 is the first major level to get through. But I think we might be looking at orders down at this region first, before the market does do a switcheroo and we do start pushing on. So that pair is covered there, some buy-ins within this range. I think that's a nice level of support, potentially down at 133 if the market does get a further shakeout going into Saturday. Looking at a BTC pairing, this is a setup I've had for quite a while actually, since 26th of May, so what we're on now, 4th, so you're talking about a week and a half. I've had this set up for a while. I was looking for that 50% retracement, acted as a nice support level around here and here. So I'm looking at this potential move in the BTC pairing. It's not done quite as, if you look across the market, the BTC pairs haven't had much taken out of them compared to the rest of the market. So that could be a nice level of support here. If we do lose that, we're obviously going to come down to 3,783, but in terms of Satoshis, 4,221 could be this level where we pick up liquidity before we do then drive forward and then go back to retest those local highs of 6,077 Satoshis. And like I said, I'm not going to go any further up on that because the market, like I say, it's on tenterhooks. Elon pushing out the bullshit, which has added fuel to the fire. So that's going to pretty much do it for today's analysis. Just a quick brief run over BTC, Ethereum, and then some price analysis on Matic, in the Tether pair and the BTC pair, and a couple of levels for you to target as buy-ins, if the market does allow. If you're new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.